Hello, my YouTube family. This is still your own boy MC Bernardino. I must truly say I'm so sorry. I tender my unreserved apologies. I'm so sorry that I've been away for a while. You guys have not seen me. Many people have reached out to me on my YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, everywhere, asking me what's going on. We don't see your videos again. Did you so enlighten us in the past? I must truly say I'm so sorry. I do not have any excuse. Actually, because of the workload that I was managing for the last few months, workload and family, at the point I'm like, okay, let me just drop this video making for a while so that I can actually get myself together. But I can assure you now that I can now manage my schedule properly now, and I'll be giving you those videos that you used to enjoy in the past. I'll be dropping it back to back. Everything you need to know about coming to Canada, everything about Canada, and some other important issues that I feel I should discuss with you. That is what you'll be getting on Canada Reality with your own boy, MC Bernardino. Once again, I'm so sorry that I couldn't reach out to you, but I'm promising you now that I'm back. So tell your friends, tell your loved ones, even tell your enemy that Canada Reality is back, and those videos will be hitting your screen and your phone from this moment henceforth. So please, if you enjoyed the video, smash on the likes button, and in the comment section, please let me know what is that thing that you miss so much about Canada Reality. Drop it in the comment section, and I will be glad to read them. All right, so many things has changed since my last video. So many things in terms of immigration, so many things has happened. But the latest one, that we have is that now Canada is beginning to think, okay, because of the housing problem that we are facing in Canada now the housing minister who used to be the immigration minister, that's Sean Fraser. For those of you that do not know, Sean Fraser used to be our immigration minister. As at when I did my last video, but now we have Mark Miller. So the housing minister who used to be the immigration minister, that's Sean Fraser, just hinted few days ago while he was in Prince Edward Island that Canada might be looking at reducing the number of international students that come into Canada, and no thanks to the housing, because presently now Canada is facing housing demand shortage, and probably the government felt that, okay, in order for them to actually balance this housing problem, which people have been attacking Trudeau for, the best thing for them is to try to reduce the number of international students that come into Canada so that the pressure on the housing demand might actually be lesser. And probably they are trying to gain the popularity, and they're trying to gain the confidence of the people. That's because people are so much angry with the liberals right now, and probably they look at, okay, what can we do? Maybe we should try to reduce the amount of international students that come into Canada, because if you want to remember, last year alone over 800,000 international students came into Canada all across the world. So probably they felt that if the same number of, or higher come this year too, it's going to be a very big demand. It's going to have a big pressure and adverse effect on the housing market, and that's why they are saying, okay, this time around international students will reduce the number of international students that will come in this year so that the housing demand, the housing market will not be overheated, because people that are already in Canada are complaining that they are paying so much for rent, those that are paying huge interest rate for their mortgage. The demand and supply is not actually correlating, and people are crying really hard. You know what, let me actually allow you to listen from the horse's mouth from the former Minister of Immigration and now Minister of Housing, Sean Fraser. Let me allow you to hear from the horse's mouth.
Fraser is the Minister of Housing, Infrastructure and Communities. Hello, Minister.
Hey, it's good to be with you.
Glad to have you. Listen, you certainly attracted some attention when you raised the prospect of putting a cap on international students coming to Canada as a way of easing pressure on the housing market. You also, though, seem to suggest that maybe that was a premature conversation. A lot of people are going to be watching that conversation closely. What kind of timelines are we talking about here in terms of making that decision?
Well, look, I should be clear that the decision on managing the international student program will rest with my colleague, Minister Miller. But I think it's important that we're able to speak openly about the different challenges that communities are facing. Now, the international student program makes extraordinary economic and social contributions to Canada. It contributes tens of billions of dollars to our GDP annually. But what we've seen recently is there's been such rapid growth, given that the program is typically uncapped, that certain communities are having difficulties managing with the population growth that it's attracted. Of course, we still believe in the international student program, but we want to work with institutions in the communities where they exist to make sure it's being managed appropriately. It's not fair for the students who come to be exploited and left without adequate housing. There are some institutions, some private colleges that are not necessarily good actors, but I'm convinced have come to exist for the purpose of exploiting financially those international students who come to Canada. So we want to work with communities and work with institutions the same way we do on our permanent residency programs to make sure that we are growing the housing supply and equipping communities to deal with a growing population. That's just good governance.
All right, as you can obviously hear from the from Minister of Housing, Sean Fraser, that they are now looking at controlling that international student that come into Canada. So now let's talk about what is the adverse effect of this on international students, on those that are applying now, because that's what you want to hear. You want to know, okay, how does this affect me? All right, so it has an adverse effect on those of you that are outside Canada, wherever you're applying from. You want to come into Canada. Implication is that now that they're trying to reduce it, then that means that the total number of people that will be coming into Canada via the international student route will be reduced, and it might affect people out there. I mean, because I can tell you of the truth that the last few months, there was a very big surge in the number of international students that came into Canada. But with this policy, if it is eventually implemented, because he was saying that that's what they are thinking towards, but if it eventually gets implemented, then that means that there will be a huge decline refusal of application. So even if your application is refused, it might not be because you are not qualified, but it's because the government of Canada, they are trying to control the number of international students. So do not feel bad about that. So I'm not saying that you should not apply. Try and apply. You could be among the lucky ones. As far as your application is complete, everything is done properly well, you might be among the few ones that will be selected to come into Canada. But some people, if you are refused to application, it's not because you are not the best, it's just because Canada government is trying to control the number of international students coming into Canada because of the housing demand. Okay, viewers, thank you very much for staying tuned from the beginning of this video till the end. Once again, I started by saying I'm truly sorry that I've been away for a while. It was because of work and family demand, but now I'm back now, and I promise you I'll be dishing you back to back as many videos as you need to see. And please reach out to me in the comment section. Let me know if you have any question, any concern. Please let me know in the comment section, and let me know in the comment section also what is that thing that you miss so much about Canada Reality. Let me know that in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, please hit on the like button, share this video with whoever you feel will benefit from it, and please follow us on our Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Canada Reality. That is the name. Follow us, and on YouTube, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Tell your friends, tell your loved ones, tell them that Canada Reality is back. And if you enjoyed this video, once again, smash on the likes button till I come back to you again very, very soon. I still remain my humble self, MC Bernardino, and this is Canada Reality. See you soon.